Coffee's getting cold.
You want some?
You gotta be kidding.
Are you sure you can't stay home today?
Positive. Pretty sure.
Seriously, couldn't you call in sick today?
Even if I thought about it. I'm going to have the State Department, the WSB, and the U.S. Attorney's Office all pounding on my door. See? There they are now. Yeah. What? I see. Yeah, sure. I'll convey the message. Thank you.
Can't they leave you alone?
Well,
Just for one morning?
It was the station, but not for me.
What do you mean?
They're looking for you.
Me? Why?
Grant apparently wants to talk to you.
What about?
Well, why don't you go down there and find out? All set?
Yes, but I still can't imagine why Grant wants to see me.
Maybe he wants to apologize.
For saving my life?
Perhaps he expected a cash reward.
You don't seem very concerned.
I'm not. I'm just curious.
It's probably him now saying he's changed his mind.
Hardly. The cells don't run to telephones. Yes. Really? So what's he want? I see. Okay, listen, I'm just walking out the door. I'll see you all in my office.
Something wrong?
I'm not sure. It was Elsmo.
I thought you were expecting a call from them.
Yeah, but not with that message. Apparently, Yuri Ivanovich Graskov has just arrived in Port Charles.
Isn't he the head of the DVX?
Near enough, he's the deputy commissar.
Well, what's he doing here?
Well, apparently he wants a meeting with me and the others. Says it's urgent.
Isn't that highly unusual? Someone of his stature unexpectedly showing up in this country, especially here.
It's unheard of. Yeah. Ah, Deputy Commissar.
Commissioner Scorpio, we meet again.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I got here as soon as I could.
Thank you for coming down in such a hurry. As you see, we have a new development here.
Yeah, so I figured.
I would be less than honest if I didn't admit that the State Department and the World Security Bureau are far more interested in our guest's proposition than I am.
Proposition?
We've been offered Clarence Anderson in exchange for Andrei Chernin.
Anderson. It was that American defector that sold all those secrets to the DVX. You're giving him sanctuary, as I remember.
You remember correctly. Mr. Anderson is one of your fellow countrymen who happened to assist us in our cause.
What makes you think we even want Anderson back?
He'd be far more valuable to us than Chernin would.
So, Commissioner, have we got the deal?
Not as far as I'm concerned.
I don't understand.
You cannot send Grant back there.
And why not?
You know as well as I do. Better, in fact. The minute they get their hands on him, he faces certain death.
I will not listen to these slanderous remarks against my country. No, I demand to be able to speak to Comrade Chernin. If you refuse me, I will be forced to make a public statement condemning your action in holding him and accusing you of brainwashing him.
Now, wait a minute.
Imagine what Americans will think when they read that. So you see, gentlemen, you have no choice. Now, when may I see Comrade Chernin?
Douglas Spatoska.
Thank goodness that you know your opera.
Well, it's my favorite now. I'll never forget what you did for us.
It almost didn't come off.
How do you mean?
I mean, there were two guns. And I only had time to put blanks in one of them. I nearly died when I saw the guard take that gun out of the cabinet. I didn't know which one he took.
Oh, my goodness. No, don't tell me that.
Oh, I was terrified when I heard those shots.
You weren't the only one. I must have lain on the floor for 5 minutes before I realized that I was right.
Holly, I'm sorry it had to happen. All of it.
Why did you ask to see me?
I need a favor.
From me? What do you want me to do?
Holly, you are the only one that I would trust with this. Will you deliver it for me? Personally?
Yes, of course.
Look, I know that I'm never going to see Celia again, but I want her to know... I need her to know how I feel.
I understand.
I'd hoped you would.
I'll take it to her right away.
Thank you.
Grant, you have a visitor.
Comrade.
Holly. Hello, Celia.
Oh, I saw you driving. It's so good of you to come by.
How are you feeling?
Better now that you're here.
Are you getting any rest?
A little. It's hard. It seems I'm constantly on edge. If I'm not depressed, I'm angry.
Can't imagine why.
And those reporters swarming all over the place aren't helping any. Are they still down at the gate?
Well, the guards are doing a pretty good job of keeping them at bay. They didn't bother me too much. I think they realize I'm not going to tell them anything.
Well, they're treating me like a celebrity. I've had 3 book offers already.
I'm not surprised.
Can you stay for tea? I'd kind of like some help sorting out the offers.
Not today.
Why not?
I'm here as a messenger.
What? The name I went by doesn't matter. Names are nothing. The heart is all that counts, and I assure you this one is yours, as always. The man who grew to love you so dearly loves you still, now more than ever. I don't expect an answer to this letter. I realize that what we had is gone. Nevertheless, I do want you to know that you remain the most important thing in my life. You always will be. I will love you as long as I live. Grant. Holly, I have to see him.
I'll take you there.
Are you absolutely certain?
I have never been more sure of anything in my life. When can we leave?
I'll pick you up at 4.
I think you've got his answer.
Come on, Mrs. Putnam, give us something we can use.
Told you she had nothing to say.
Did
You not really know that your husband was an enemy agent?
I sort of find that a little
Please
hard to
leave us
swallow.
alone, would you?
Didn't you really know what was going
How
on?
about in the sack, Mrs. Putnam? Surely you must have discussed some
away.
secrets there. Talk for a price.
It'll probably be seen in next week's tabloid.
See you on television.
I don't think I can take much more of this.
Neither can I. Yeah, look, it's Scorpio here. It's like a press bar out in that hall. Now, get those reporters out of there. You all right?
Have you heard any news?
As a matter of fact, I have. Grant told the deputy commissar of the DVX that he would not return to their country.
That's what Yuri wanted?
Yeah, apparently he thought that he could do an exchange with an American defector for Grant. Grant rejected the idea straight out, even though he realizes he could be in for a very heavy prison sentence by staying here.
He must really hate the DVX.
Or love something here a whole lot more.
May I see him?
What a long, strange trip it's been.
Yeah, it's been a rough road. But it's over now, for us. All downhill.
Does that mean you're going to share more of your work with me from now on?
I didn't say that.
You do realize, of course, that I could have solved this entire case long ago if you'd only let me in on it sooner.
Well, of course. I mean, I can't have you running around stealing all my thunder. I'm going to be out of a job.
I want to help. It'll be fun.
Next time.
Is that a promise?
Threat?
If you don't let me work with you, I'll ask Valentine for a job.
It'd serve you right if he gave you one.
I'd make a bloody good agent.
Yeah, no question of that. But, could we work together?
I can practically guarantee it.
I might have something here. What'll I ever do without you?
Well, you've suffered horribly.
But not anymore.
Now I'm suffering.
What?
From hunger.
So much for romance in the office.
And where does a would-be detective find something to eat around here?
How's about the Versailles room?
Sounds good. Robert. It's never going to be the same again, is it?
What do you mean?
You mentioned the Versailles room. And I remembered the times when we had been there with Celia and Grant. Never going to be the same, is it?
I suppose not.
I wonder what'll happen between them.
Well, I guess most of that depends on what's going to happen to Grant.
Well, whatever happens, I do hope they get back together again. He loved Celia so much.